You are tuned in to What Up Baltimore online radio. Please note that the views and opinions expressed on this channel are of the host and not of Lady J Media. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, What Up Baltimore TV. And if you really don't want to miss any of the shows, hit that notification bell and you'll get a message every time we come on. Now, we got it from here, so sit back, relax, and stay tuned. Hey everybody, this is DrLadyJ, and I have a special guest on here with me today. And I'm so happy to have her because she is one of my biggest fans. Every time I see her, she's like, Lady J. So today is special. As everybody can see, you see the balloons in the background. So that means that somebody has a birthday. Happy birthday, Ashlynn.
Thank you.
How old are you?
5.
5 years old? Oh my goodness. Now, what grade are you in? Kindergarten?
Yes.
You're in kindergarten, you go to school, right? You go to kindergarten?
Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay, so maybe tomorrow. And then I heard that you're on a trip. You're just having all kinds of fun, and Christmas is coming up. So do you have any special gifts that you want for Christmas?
I have an Elsa doll.
Oh, okay. Is Elsa the one that's in Frozen?
Yeah, but I got on and not Elsa. Not both of them. Just got one.
Oh, you just have one. Okay, so you just have Elsa.
Dress with it.
Oh, okay. So this is your first time coming on my show. I'm glad you were able to come on and talk to me.
Yeah.
How has your birthday been?
Good, and my father almost made me drown.
What? Oh no, you got a swimming pool there too?
Well, they had some floaties and stuff with some slides.
Oh, okay. And so do you know how to swim? Because I don't know how to swim, Ashlynn. I don't know how to swim.
I don't know how to swim either.
Yeah, it's not fun when you don't know how to swim. It's a little scary when people kind of push you in the water, but anyway.
She wanted to get on them slides over and over and over again.
Because it's fun, right?
She just don't like the part when you come out.
Yeah. It's fun. But listen, what are you going to do for your birthday? I know, well, what did you do for your birthday today?
Well, we take pictures and blow candles up and open the presents and go in the pool and play at the arcade and play golf.
You play bowling.
Oh my goodness.
And I found fun.
Well, you sound like you had a lot of fun. I mean, I don't know, and this is the thing, Ash. Sorry, I took myself out for a minute. But this is the thing. Your birthday is today, and next week is Christmas. How exciting is that? So you get a bunch of gifts in 1 month. That's exciting.
Yes, I'm so excited. I get to have all the presents and my mom bought me this big teddy bear, and her name is Daisy, like my other teddy bear.
Oh wow.
And
what else?
Go ahead.
Say that again.
She got to build a bear today.
Oh, you got to build a bear. Oh wow. Did you do it yourself?
Yes.
Oh, I like Build-A-Bear. And then you can put whatever you want to put inside of it, a heart or anything you want to put inside of it.
Go show her your bear. Go get it.
Okay. All right,
She's so so cute. So everybody, this is if you all watch People's Power Assembly, Miss Van comes on with Joyce. And Van is Ashlyn's grandmother. So thank you to Van for connecting us and let me know that it was her birthday today. And I just wanted to celebrate her and bring her on the show. I've been wanting to bring her on the show because she's so cute. She's so cute. Oh, let me see. Oh, wow.
Her name
Oh, and he got an outfit on too.
yeah.
That's really nice. Is your favorite color pink?
Yes.
My favorite color is pink too. Oh my goodness, that's my favorite color. And I like purple too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I like that. So what are you going to, how does it fit? Huh?
Like the color balloons on the camera.
Oh yeah, you like those colors? I did those just for you, Ashlyn. Just for you.
Thank you.
Now, you're welcome. How does it feel being 5 years old?
Good, I can blow up my candles and stuff and have so much fun and play around.
Yeah, because you're getting older. So you know, as you get older, you get to do more fun stuff. You get to do more exciting stuff. Now, your grandmother said, "Happy birthday, granddaughter. I love you." That's from your grandmother. You see it on the screen? That's
Yeah.
from your grandmother. And Miss Joyce said, "Happy birthday, sweetie." And then I think your aunt Crystal is trying to come to say something too. I saw a message from her. So what are you going to do the rest of the night? Because you still got a few more hours before your birthday is over.
Tell her I said thank you, Grandma Miss Joyce.
We will. They can hear you. They're watching you right now.
Yeah,
Everybody's watching you right now.
yeah, I got so much balloons and the balloons don't and some of the balloons don't have no air in there. The other
Oh. Oh, well, what happened to those?
my father put them the wrong way. It got popped. and and the cookies got smashed.
Oh no. The cupcakes got smashed too?
Not all of them.
Yeah, but not all of them. Just some
But
of them.
yeah, but you know, even though they're smashed, they still taste good. You can still eat them because they're still going to taste good.
For my tummy.
Yeah, they still going to be good. You know, sometimes when they're smashed, Ashlyn, they taste even better when they're smashed. So, you know, just try it. You might like it. What's your favorite cupcake? You like chocolate or vanilla, strawberry?
Chocolate. I had some ice cream too.
Oh, that's good. Wow.
Easy cream
So, are
earlier.
you like cookies and creams too?
Yeah, I got cream Pop Tarts in the house.
Oh, okay. You know what? We like a lot of stuff. We like a lot of the same stuff. I got cookies and cream, ice cream in my refrigerator too. I like that. That's one of my favorites.
When your birthday?
In February.
Um, can I come over your house and celebrate?
You sure can. You sure can. You know what? Maybe when you come back, we're gonna have to set up a day. Maybe your mom, myself,
Okay.
Miss Joyce, and maybe we can go out and get some ice cream or something. How about that?
Yummy.
Yeah, that would be good. Maybe we can go to an ice cream shop and we can just sit down and have some ice cream. Have you ever been to Sweet Frog?
No.
You never been there? Okay, well maybe we have to go to Sweet Frog, and then in Sweet Frog you can mix all the ice cream up you want. You can put toppings on it, gummy bears, whatever you want to put on top of it, you can put on there. Even the little crumbled up cookies, you can put those on there. So maybe
Yeah.
we'll have to set up a day and do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so listen, we don't want to keep you away from your party. Is there anything you want to tell anybody?
Thank, thank you all for the birthday.
You are welcome. You know what we have to sing. Everybody at home, everybody that's watching, we gotta sing happy birthday to Ashlyn. because today is her special day. She is 5 years old. I remember when I was 5 years old. So we got to sing a happy birthday. Everybody ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ashlynn. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ashlynn. And you
Thank
have fun. Enjoy the rest of your birthday. Enjoy your cake. Enjoy the smash cupcakes and your
you.
balloons and all your stuff. Have a good time, okay?
Okay.
All right. And then when you come home, I'll check with your mom and your grandmother to see when we can go and get some ice cream, okay?
Okay.
All right. Have fun and thanks for coming on with me.
Thank you, Lady J.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Bye.
Bye bye.
All right, everybody. That was Ashlyn. She is adorable. And the thing about it, she reminds me of myself when I was little. She just reminds me so much of myself. But we have another person that's going to be coming on, and he's actually an actor. He's going to be coming on at 8:30. So hold on tight because he'll be coming on. Now, listen, last night I was on this live for a long time with heavy heart talking about DJ Twitch, the DJ former DJ. He was on Ellen's show and he committed suicide. And that thing just really bothered me. So if y'all get a chance, go back and check out that video that I did about him. Um, Today, there was actually, and I'm going to talk about this maybe later on, maybe tomorrow, but there was actually a video that he did just before like hours before he passed away, and he didn't look good. He looked kind of he looked worried, he looked sad, depressed, he looked kind of just like he was over it. He had that kind of look. And so I'm going to get that video and play a little bit of it so you guys can see that one. But Ashlyn was so cute. I love having her on. So like I said, we're going to Oh, you know what? I have the wrong thing scrolling at the bottom. What am I talking about? I was talking about the People's Power Assembly. And I ended up putting that thing down at the bottom. God, they say when you get old, you just do all kinds of stuff. But anyway, we want to wish Ashlyn a super, 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 super happy birthday on Monday. So let me tell you guys this on Monday, because I want you to get ready. What was I trying to put up? If you have a wish list, I'm going to be doing a show. My What Up Baltimore show on Monday is going to be called The Wish List. So let's say you have a wish list where you need, and I'm talking about, serious stuff like you need food, you need clothing. I know someone who is going to be going on dialysis soon, and the bill is astronomical, and they need donors, they need help. And so I'm going to be doing a thing on Monday that's called the wish list. And if you would like to be on the wish list, just reach out to me. You can do it through direct message, or you can text me at 443-297-4753 and let me know what it is. It has to be legit. Don't play with me, y'all. It has to be legit. And we're actually going to come on Monday and really put it out there to everybody, like what's on your wish list. What is it that you are you stand in need of? And I'm talking about a need. I'm not talking about something that you're just like, oh man, I wish I could get this necklace or this ring or something like that. I'm talking about something that you really, really need. So that's going to be on Monday at 8 o'clock. This coming Saturday for Community Church, this is going to be our last Saturday for the year. And I'm inviting you all to come out. It's going to be a prayer, praise, and testimony service. We're going to have lunch afterwards, y'all. It's going to be fun. It's going to be some surprises going on. And hopefully, you can come check it out. We'll be at 401 North Howard Street in the Downtown Cultural Arts Center. And we just want to celebrate each other and just celebrate life, And this particular week, I've had to deal with 3 different deaths. And so we just want to celebrate life this week, and we want to be able to come together and just, have fun with each other. Starts at 11 a.m. in the morning. Get on up because I ain't doing nothing. 11 in the morning. And, would like for you to come and join us and just be a part of that celebration. And just the fact that we started May 14th was when we started. And we've been blessed to just continue to go on month after month. And it's been great. Shout out to I don't even want to start calling names because then I'm gonna miss people. But I gotta call these two ladies out who keep the food coming, and that's Joyce Butler and Van Green. I mean, they keep the food coming. So I want to give a shout out to them, and I thank them so much for everything that they've done to help in building, helping me in building up the community church. So we've had a phenomenal year. It's been really good. And so just wanted to let you all know, come out, come out, come out. You're gonna like it. Can't go into details about everything, but come out. We have guests tonight coming on now in the Baltimore area. I'm starting to see that we have a lot of actors and actresses because I was just focused on like media news and stuff. But last year, when I went to Selena Polk's, uh, what was she having? Oh my goodness. It was a movie and a movie premiere review or something. Selena, forgive me if I'm not saying it right. But anyway, I went to her event last year. I didn't really know her, but she definitely has become a sister to me over the year. And so that's when she's the one that's really opened my eyes to a lot of, actors and actresses and, in it within our city that I was not aware of. And so tonight I asked Mr. Carltaise Ransom to come on at 8:30 tonight because I wanted to be able to talk about him, talk about his movies. He's in plays. I've been looking him up. He sings. Um, he has a show coming up. I think it's this coming Saturday. This coming Saturday that we're going to talk about. And this guy's amazing. And I actually met him at an event maybe a couple weeks ago. And he introduced himself, and he was telling me about this he told me to look up Google Stream DMV. I didn't even know what it was. And so when I Googled it, I see all of these different people, and some of them that I know who are in different films, and I love it. They're all African American. So he's going to come on at 8:30 so we can actually talk to him, find out what he's doing. And my main thing has always been with my media platform is for us to celebrate each other, because if we don't celebrate each other, who the heck is going to do it? And so we have to put each other out there, and we have to talk about what's going on, let people know how they can find them. Now, I did not know about Stream DMV until he told me about it. And when I looked on there, I was like, oh, it's a lot of movies on there, African American movies. They're like independent films, and you can actually go in there and watch. And I think that is wonderful. I think that's amazing. So we're going to give him a few minutes. He's not late because I told him 8:30 because I wasn't sure how long I was going to be on talking with Ashlynn. And so, guys, listen, we have a few minutes before he comes on, and I want to reiterate what I said yesterday to my African American brothers. Okay, first of all, I want to say I love you, even the ones that have gotten on my nerves and they do me right. I still love you, and I want to say to you again that if you find that you are hurting or you're dealing with something and you don't know how to express it or get through it, there's a 988 number that you can definitely call for help. You can let them know how you're feeling. You can, well, not all of y'all can reach out to me, but some of you can reach out to me because some of y'all I don't want to talk to. But you can definitely get the help that you need, because we keep talking about mental illness, and we're at the time of year where the holidays are here. People are missing their loved ones. People are having financial issues. People are breaking up, losing their jobs. Money is not long enough to pay the bills. It's just a whole bunch of stuff going on. So, I want to also not just focus on the men, because I did focus on the men a lot last night, but I also want to focus on the women as well, and say to all of the women, the young people, if you're dealing with any type of depression, please don't let suicide be your last resort. Please make sure that you reach out to somebody. And I always say there has to be somebody, and I'm even offering myself as a person for you to be able to reach out to, because I don't want you to feel like you're alone in this. Okay. And so um, another thing I wanted to talk about is, oh, did we have comments? Did I miss? Oh, okay. She's telling me that's right. She said it's a movie premiere. Van said, I can't wait for the event to happen. We love you too. Guys, let me tell you, this event on Saturday is going to be so nice. And we're going to end the year on a high note. And then I hope to use the rest of the days after that to really go out. And I have some things that I would like to pass out to those who are less fortunate, the homeless, and, let them have some things. But definitely on Monday, if you have a wish list, I know that there's one person that's already contacted me. They had a house fire, lost everything. They have teenagers, and they need everything: clothing, shoes, all of that. The kids are in school. And so I'm going to put them on the wish list. I also have someone, as I said, who's going through dialysis, who's about to look at a huge monthly cost, because they're going to have to do dialysis at home and medication. And so we're going to put them on the wish list. Have a few other people that I want to put on the wish list. And this wish list is going to be presented to everybody, and you get to choose who you want to help, how you want to help. There's another young lady who has cancer. She's found out that she has breast cancer. And as she's going through her treatment, she finds out that her son has stage 4 colon cancer. So I'm going to put them on the wish list because they need things as well. So, it's just that time of year, and people are going through. And so anything that I can do to help or be of assistance, that's what we're going to do. Listen, I think Mr. Carlson is on, so we're going to bring him up. Hey, Carltaise, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. I thought you called me Colton at first.
No, 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 no. I was saying Carltaise. The
Yes.
tongue was rolling around. Carltaise. I was trying to get it out.
How are
But
you this
how?
evening?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm hanging in there, trying to keep my
Good.
spirits up.
Well, I'm going to change the background. We had a young lady on here. It was her birthday. She just turned 5 today. So I had
Oh,
the
wow.
balloons up. I had the
Okay, yeah.
balloons up for her. Because we wanted to celebrate her on her 5th
hmm
birthday. But welcome to What Up Baltimore. And
Thank you.
thank you for coming on. So I was before you came on, I was trying to give everybody a little background on you, but since you're here, I'm going to let you do it yourself.
Oh, did you tell them anything about me?
I told them that you're an actor. I told them that we met a few weeks ago. I told them a little bit about your movie, not everything. So, but I wanted you to share as much as you
Okay.
want.
Yes. Well, I'm an actor. I'm a singer, a screenwriter, songwriter, director, independent filmmaker, and so forth. And everything that I do is about the Black community, about trying to uplift and empower the Black community through my artistry.
Mhm.
That's what I'm all about, basically.
Now,
Yeah.
I was telling them about, is it Stream DMV or DMV Stream? I keep getting it
Stream
mixed up.
DMV. Stream
Can you
DMV.
tell
Yes.
us about that and how that came about?
Okay, well, Stream DMV was created by a brother by the name of Asim Amin, who's also in my film, The Eternal Extra. Um, he's all about, trying to also empower the Black community and everything as well, and believing that we don't have to wait on quote unquote Hollywood or New York. We have enough talent, right? We have enough Black talent right here in the DMV area to do our own thing, to blow up
Right.
right here. We have just as much talent here as anywhere else. And
Mm-hmm.
so he started Stream DMV, and all the content on Stream DMV is from producers and directors, creators from the DMV area, from Maryland, Baltimore, DC, and Virginia area.
Yeah, because when I went on there and looked, I was surprised when I thought I was just going to look at your movie.
And when
Yes.
I went on there, I was surprised that it was so many different artists and movies on there.
Yeah, they have a wide variety of different types films on there, something for everybody to enjoy, you know. My stuff is normally focused on empowering the Black community or showing us in different lights, showing us being positive towards each other, stuff like that, and about Black family and all that. That's what I'm about.
Now you have something coming up, right?
Say that again.
You have something coming up, right?
Yes. I also have a Black theater company, Royal Hughes Melanin Manor African Ensemble Theater. We have a production coming up this weekend, Saturday, December the 17th at 3 p.m. and Sunday, December the 18th at 4 p.m. It's an original play about the legendary singer, Mr. Otis Redding, a celebration of his life and his music. And in this show, you get to learn a lot about him that people didn't know about him and how his death came about with that plane crash and everything. And you get to hear his music and celebrate his music. And in this play also, you'll be seeing a sister by the name of Christian Harris. She'll be portraying Aretha Franklin in this play, because a lot of people didn't know, which I didn't know, which I did not know myself, is that Otis Redding wrote the song Respect. Okay. I didn't find that out till a few years ago that he wrote that song, because I always, like most people, thought that Aretha wrote Respect. Okay. But Otis Redding wrote that song. He actually recorded his own version, and then Aretha covered it and made it her own, like she does, of course. And there's also going to be a brother appearing in the show on Sunday who's going to be appearing as Sam Cooke as well.
And can you give us the location again?
Oh, I didn't give you the location. Is at 1121 West Lanville Street on the corner of Lanville and Carrollton, at Metropolitan United Methodist Church in the Fellowship Hall. Again, that's 1121 West Lanville Street, Metropolitan United Methodist Church in the Fellowship Hall there on the corner of Lanville and Carrollton. And it's 3 p.m. on Saturday, December the 17th, and 4 p.m. on Sunday, December the 18th. Tickets are $25. This is our first production, really, since the pandemic shut everything down. We were really in a good place, or starting to be in a good place, before the pandemic happened. Then the pandemic shut us down, because we're still basically a new company. We don't have our own building, anything like that. So it kind of shut us down for like 2 years and a half. So we need people to come out and support this show. You have a good time. You get to hear some music. If you didn't know his music before, you can learn about him. We had people come when we did it one time before, which was in July. You know, that was our first time doing it, was in July. And some people really said we should do it again. So there were people there. There were younger people in the audience, and older people who knew the music, who had seen him perform live, and they were really impressed. They said that I really sounded like him. Now, I don't naturally sound like him. I don't naturally sound anything like him as a singer. My style is totally different, but I studied his voice, and I tried to sound as close to him as possible. And the older people in the audience, they were really impressed with how close I sounded to him. And the younger people who were there who didn't know him, they were happy to learn about him as well.
Wow. I actually went on your page,
Yes.
and I heard you singing, and you sing really well.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, you sing really well. And I guess as an actor, though, you have to be able to adapt to different roles, though.
Yes, well, I've always been in the arts since I was a little boy. Ever since elementary school, I was singing on the school choir and acting in little plays in elementary school and stuff like that. And I started writing plays and songs when I was like 9 or 10 years old. So the arts and being a writer and stuff like that has always been a part of me. It's something that God and ancestors put within me.
So, Carltaise, what I get, you said you were little when you got into it. Now, is this something that you do full time?
Yes. This is what I do. It's my love. It's my passion. You know, I've talked about before, I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, and I'm not going to tell a sob story or whatever, but I suffered a severe brain injury as a child, which I really didn't know about until my adulthood, because my mother didn't really want me to know about it, because she didn't want me to be self-conscious about it. But I found out about it, you know, in the beginning of my adulthood, when I had suffered a seizure. And I had become self-conscious about it, but the doctors told me that I wouldn't be able to do, much of anything because of that brain injury. Now it does affect me in certain ways, but I don't let it stop me as far as my God-given talents in the arts or whatever.
Wow,
So
that's amazing.
yes,
That's
thank you.
amazing. Wow. So you're I'm going to try to see if I can come Sunday. My weekend is going to be crazy, but I'm going to try to see if I can get there. How do people get tickets?
Okay, well, there's a ticket link, which is also Black owned. I'm always about trying to support or, be with our people. It's a Black owned ticket link called myevolutiontix.com. myevolutiontix.com. And you can find tickets for the play. The play is called Otis Untold. You can find tickets on myevolutiontix.com. They'll also be available for purchase at the door as well. We need people to come out Saturday and Sunday. But I'm definitely glad you're coming Sunday though.
Yeah,
because, yeah.
I'm definitely gonna try to make it.
Yes, and as far as my film, you said you was telling people about my film. I don't know.
Yeah, tell them a little bit about the film.
Okay, well, as I've already said, I'm always about being Black first and putting out people first. So this film came about because of some things that were being said to me personally, because I am outspoken as a Black person and about being Black first. And I've had a lot of Black people come against me because of that, telling me that I should tone all that pro-Black stuff down, and because these are their words. They said white people have all the power and white people have all the money, so I should just tone it down because I don't want to make it to a certain point, and then they find out something I said and they decide to come and take it away from me. Well, I don't want to give them that power over me to be able to take anything from me anyway. And I haven't said anything wrong. I have not ever said anything about harming anybody or being against anyone. I just simply say I'm Black first. Okay, so I've seen other Black actors like really tear themselves down because they're not getting the roles, they're not being offered roles, and they feel like they're not good enough. Because there was an actor on my friends list who I really don't know personally. He posted one day about 3 or 4 years ago how he was going to give up and he was feeling down. He wasn't getting these auditions. And I reached out to him and I said, don't let anybody make you feel like you can't do it. Just because they're not accepting you, that don't mean that you can't do the role. They just have a certain image of what they have for that role. Or you just need to also start like creating your own projects and putting yourself in different projects. So this film basically, I just used the acting industry because I'm an actor, but it can be used for any profession that Black people are in. That we have the power. It's in our hands, and stop giving our power away. So in this film, it's about two best friends who knew each other as children. They were best friends ever since they were little boys, and you see a flashback scene in the film when they're on the floor playing with their little toy truck, and the TV comes when the Oscars come on. And one of the little boys is like, that's going to be, the Oscars is on. That's going to be us up there one day. Fast forward to present day, they're now in their late 30s, and they both feel like they haven't gotten where they should be in their careers. One of the characters, Lante, he's like, man, bump that. I'm not going to wait on them. We need to create our own projects and put ourselves in it and do our own thing. The character that I chose to play in my film is the total opposite from me in real life, because he has allowed himself to be beat down and torn down by what some other Black people said, and he's allowed them to convince him that his success can only come through white America or white people, or through this whole. Do you remember the thing in the film about this white wall?
Yes.
I'm not going to give away. Well, that white wall is representative of the fact that a lot of our people feel like we have this hurdle that we need to jump over and prove ourselves to. That we have to prove ourselves to this white wall, or else we're not worthy, or our talent is not worthy. And that's just not true. So the message of this film is for us to realize the power that we have as a people, and to stop giving our power away to this society or to the status quo, and that we have the power to build our own. That's the main message. And I also have like a strong family component in this film as well, and showing strong Black love in this film also. I have another film which I'm working on getting edited now, called We Brothers with a V, and I spelled it that way on purpose. We Brothers, and it's about 6 Black men who share a close brotherhood, despite the fact that they come from different backgrounds, where 2 of them are heterosexual, 3 of them are same gender loving, and 1 is bisexual, but they don't let that get in the way of their brotherhood.
Okay.
And it's not an issue. And both of the heterosexual characters in the film are in loving marriages with Black women. Okay, Black women who you can clearly see are Black women.
Wow.
Black women who you can clearly see are Black women. You don't have to get up close on the TV and squint to see if she's Black. You know, she's not racially ambiguous looking. And they have healthy relationships. In this film also, you see 2 Black men in a relationship together, and it's not stereotypical of what you normally see when they show a same-sex couple, 2 Black men. There's no, I'm not knocking people who fit the stereotypes, but we all don't fit the stereotypes. We're not all loud, and we're not all flamboyant.
Thank you.
We don't all go around calling ourselves girl and calling ourselves bitch. I don't talk like that personally. I know some people who do talk like that, but most of my friends do not talk like that, who are same gender loving. And I don't want anybody to get offended. I'm not knocking those who do talk like that, but I get tired of that being the representation of all of us when we all don't carry it like that. You know what I mean? So I don't have any of that in this particular project. And it shows the strong brotherhood. And another thing, I bring the African diaspora into this film as well, in the brotherhood, because 3 of the brothers are born in the States, right? And then you have another character who was born in Ghana, and another character who was born in the Caribbean, and another brother who was born in the UK. So I incorporate all of that into this film as well, as showing professional, hardworking Black people living their lives and raising their children, to be proud of their Blackness and everything else. You know.
Wow, Carltaise. So in that movie, you're taking on a lot.
Yes. It's my first film that shows 2 men being together, or same-sex couple. Because as a creator and an artist who is same gender loving, I personally don't use the term gay, and I have my reasons for that. James Baldwin himself actually didn't use that term either, because it's steeped in systemic racism. And there's a lot of racism in the white LGBTQ community. So I don't identify with that. I use the term same gender loving, or SGL for short, because it came from a Black man by the name of Dr. Cleo Monago. I don't know if you've heard of him or not. But he used to appear on the Roland Martin show when it was on TV One, and even now when it's online with Roland Martin still, he appears in there sometimes. And he's very outspoken about empowering the Black community as well. So he came up with the term of same gender loving, which is more culturally affirming, and it has the word love in it. And so it came from a Black man. That's why I choose to use that term. You know,
I think now, it's more, people are more accepting of it anyway. So, doing a movie like that, I was just thinking of all the different elements that you have going on in the movie. That's a lot, a lot of subjects to tackle at
I'm
one
not going to
time.
give away some of the stuff that's in the movie though, but the goal is for this film to eventually branch off into becoming a series. So it ends with a little cliffhanger, and I'm really trying to get that out there as soon as possible. I was debating about whether or not to put this film in film festivals or not, because that gets to be expensive. Film festivals cost to enter. And if you don't have it, it could get really expensive, because they're not expensive, but it adds up when you enter a lot of them. And if they don't select your film, you don't get that money back, right?
Oh wow, okay.
So if they choose not to show your film in the festival, they don't get it back. My film, The Eternal Extra, that you've seen on Stream DMV, which I hope people go in and tune and support Stream DMV as well as my film. If you don't want to watch everything on Stream DMV, which the subscription is just $5.99 a month, but if you only want to see my film, they give you the option of renting my film for just $3.99. You can rent it for $3.99, and you have access to it for a whole week. I ask everybody to go there and support the film, and please come out this weekend and support the play as well. I have a new project that I'm writing now, which right now the working title is 1135. Now, how I came up with that number, there's a couple of reasons for that number, but one of the main reasons is that was my grandparents' address. When I was growing up, they lived in the Sandtown area. They're not originally from here. They're originally from South Carolina. But they moved here to Baltimore when their children were little. And then they had some more children after they moved here. And so if you heard of Whittier Street, North Whittier Street, they used to live on, that's where we were. That's where my grandparents were. So this title, 1135, the film itself is basically how Black folks judge each other through a white gaze.
Wow.
And it's also like a battle between spirituality versus man-made indoctrinated religion as well.
Wow.
So that's what powerful. I'm writing right now. Thank you.
Well, you got a couple comments. Joyce Butler wants to know if you are playing a role in your play. I think that's on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm portraying Otis Redding.
Okay. And then Van said, I love his energy. It's vibrant. He has a lot of encouragement about him. What did she say? I salute you. Much respect.
Thank you so much. It's not easy. Like I said, I've been through a lot in my life. I used to be really quiet. I'm still quiet and laid back and shy now. I have to push myself to talk to people. And one of the things that helped me to talk to people more is where I started my own podcast back in September of 2020 called The C Note. Yeah, and that makes me talk to people because I'm naturally a quiet person, laid back. Like if you see me out and about, I'm like a wallflower most of the time. And when I used to go to auditions and stuff, I would be like extremely nervous in auditions, and I would be shaking like a leaf. You could see me visibly shaking when I would go to auditions and stuff like that. I'm a little bit more confident now, but I deal with depression and stuff like that too. But I push through that stuff because when you're an outspoken Black person who stands up for Black people, it's not easy in this society because not only do you have people of other races coming against you, which that really don't bother me that much, but what really bothers me and hurts is when other Black people come against me. Because we've been programmed to defend whiteness and not to stand up for ourselves. So I've had some other Black people attack me verbally and stuff like that because I do have a Black first mentality, and I talk about Black on Black love, and they say like you should be open to everybody being together, and you know, I'm not against anyone, but I do preach about Black on Black love because that's what I feel is our true way to honor our ancestors is through us loving each other as a people. And I see a lot of Black people, a lot of these Black celebrities are like erasing their bloodlines, you know, because when you get with someone who may be Caucasian and then you have a child, and then if that child grows up and gets with a Caucasian, a lot of times your grandchild just turn out to be Caucasian looking, Caucasian appearing. That's what's happened to Diana Ross. Her grandchildren look Caucasian. Grace Jones had a son by a white man, and he grew up. Her half Black son grew up and got with a white woman, and so now Grace Jones' grandchild looks white. Alfonso Ribeiro from Fresh Prince, he married a white woman. Most of his children just don't look anything like him. They just look white. And like again, like I said, I'm not against anything, but if we're about preserving our people in honor of our ancestors and ourselves, we can't be erasing ourselves like that.
Right.
Because if you're proud of your heritage and you're proud of what you look like, why would you want to erase that away? That's not about being hateful. That's just about loving who we are, standing up for who we are.
Wow.
I've gotten accused of by some black people of hating white folks because I talk about being black first. And when I tell them, first of all, it takes energy to hate, right? I don't waste any of my energy on hating anybody. I use all of my energy on loving black people first and foremost. That's where my energy goes. And like I said, I used to be quiet and all that, and I was on the church choir and singing songs on the choir, and I was a quiet little church mouse boy until things really started happening to me, because I've dealt with police brutality in my own life, being harassed simply for being black, existing while black, and being wrongfully arrested just because this white officer wanted to fulfill a racist quota of arresting innocent young black men. And so I had to sit in a jail cell all night long one time because he wanted to fulfill a racist quota. Because when he got me and these other brothers to the police station, because it was like 6 of us all together, it was like 2 blocks from where I was living at the time. And I went to go pick up some food from this carryout. And I saw somebody I know outside, and I stopped to speak on my way in. And then this white officer pulls up, and he asked them if they had been waiting for the bus. And they said, yeah, they were. He said that they were lying because he claims he had drove around there several times that night, and they were out there for a long time. Well, even if that's true, they weren't bothering anyone. They were just sitting there talking, laughing, and cutting up. And if that's true, he didn't see me out there because I had just gotten there, right? But he didn't care that I had just gotten there. He knew I wasn't hanging out on that corner, but he wanted to fulfill a racist quota, because when he got to the police station, he was laughing with his coworkers, and he said, oh yeah, I got me a lot of them tonight. I made my quota. I like to keep the boss happy. Okay. Yeah. And he put his hands on me in a violent way because I was trying to explain to him about my seizure disorder. And at this time in my life, I was on a seizure medication called Dilantin, and I didn't have my medicine with me. And I told him that I had a seizure disorder and I didn't have my medication with me. And that's when he took both of his pale white hands and grabbed me around my throat. He grabbed me around my throat and said, I'll make you have a fucking seizure if you don't do what I say. Those were his exact words. He cussed. Okay. So for the longest time, I couldn't tell that story without like getting really emotional, because I was traumatized by that. And I tried to press charges against him, but of course they gave me the runaround to protect him, and I never got to press charges against him. But when it came time for us to go to court, the 6 of us that he arrested on bogus loitering charges, he didn't show up in court. So they dropped the charges because he didn't show up in court, because he knew I was trying to pursue a case against them. And I've also dealt with being in a hospital in South Carolina where I didn't know at the time they had a reputation for killing off black people. It was one of those teaching hospitals where they have a lot of residents at, and essentially they use a lot of their black patients as guinea pigs without their permission, right? So they were plotting to kill me, and they were using me as a guinea pig. And one of those white doctors came in my room one morning and told me that I wasn't going to make it. He said, you know, Mr. Ransom, you're not doing well. You need to start making funeral arrangements. He actually told me that. He told me to start making funeral arrangements. I told my mom I needed to get out of there. If I didn't get out of there, I wasn't going to make it. They told me, because at the time I was having issues with my kidneys and stuff. One of the reasons was because I had drank some tap water at the time where I was living at that wasn't so good. And I had a parasite in my system from drinking that tap water. And then I was also going through a depression from what had happened with that whole thing with the police. So I had an issue with my kidneys. They told me I was going to end up on dialysis and I was going to die. And I was going to end up on dialysis and die. Well, that's been well over a decade and a half ago. And I've never done dialysis.
Wow.
I've never done dialysis. My kidneys are normal now. You know, but if I had stayed in that hospital, I wouldn't be here right now, because they did try to do away with me, and I'm sure they were going to try to steal my organs once I was gone. They took bone marrow from me, which they didn't have any reason to do, which is an extremely painful thing when they take bone marrow from me. So I've had things that happen to me to make me more outspoken. Yeah. I mean, I've always been proud of my blackness and always loved being black, but I wasn't always outspoken like I am now about everything that's going on. And I see things are still happening, and nothing has really changed except for on the surface.
Wow, Carltaise. You know, you never know what people are going through until you sit down and have a conversation with them. But
True.
I thank you for what you said, because I know you heard about DJ Twitch and
yes, I did.
him committing suicide. And we should celebrate our blackness. I do it every day, you know?
Yes.
And so I'm glad you, as a man, I'm glad to hear you saying, you know, no, I stand up for it. And that's what I mean. That's what I stand for first, you know, and that you're taking care of you, because I keep preaching that over and over to people, especially black men, that it's okay to be emotional, to cry, you know, you're human. You're human.
Yeah, I used to have people come at me and argue with me about my stances, and I decided to not go back and forth with people anymore, because it was stressing me out. Having other black people who I'm fighting for, our people, attacking me because I'm black first, and attacking me because I say I only want to date black and I only want to be with somebody black. So back in late 2020, before everything got shut down, one day I was like really feeling on edge. My nerves were really on edge, and I was stressed out because I've shed tears before over the plight of our people. I've cried over what our people are dealing with and have been dealing with for generations. And because I don't want future generations of black people to still be dealing with this same stuff 50 years from now. And I was just really feeling really stressed out. And I made a post on Facebook, and I said, I'm not okay right now. I said, my nerves are really on edge, and I'm not feeling good mentally or emotionally. And I noticed that hardly anybody said anything to me on that post. Those same people that come through and argue with me about stuff didn't have anything to say, didn't show me any ounce of concern or love or whatever. And as that day progressed, I just became more and more on edge. And the only thing that really helped me was like, I had two brothers, good friends of mine, fellow Black Kings, that talked to me on the phone, like 3 in the morning, 2:30, 3 in the morning, that talked to me and got me back on the right track, because I was really feeling that, you know, that intenseness, being on edge and feeling like I was going to have a breakdown or whatever. So I don't argue with people anymore about the things that I say. If you don't agree with me, fine. But I'm not going to argue about it, because anything that I say is not something that I'll pull out of thin air. Anything that I say comes from experiences, comes from things that I've seen and lived. So it comes from facts. It comes from truth. So I'm not going to argue about that with people anymore.
Right. Well, congratulations to you. Thank you for saying that as a Black man. Thank you for saying that, because that needs to be heard. So, you know, again, everybody, make sure you support this brother on the stream. Make sure if you can get to that show on Saturday or Sunday, come out and support. And
yeah, it's
Carltaise,
Saturday at 3.
Yeah.
It's Saturday at 3 p.m. and Sunday at 4 p.m.
Okay.
Again,
and tell
at
them again how they
11:21.
can get tickets.
You can either get tickets online. It's like, again, it's a Black-owned online ticket service. MyEvolutionTix.com. MyEvolutionTix.com. And the name of the player is Otis Untold. You can find that on MyEvolutionTix.com, or you can purchase tickets at the door.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on with me tonight. Listen, I got to get with you one-on-one.
Okay, definitely. I'll look forward to it. And please, I need subscribers to my podcast on YouTube. Look, I have like almost 500 people on my podcast page on Facebook and some on Instagram, but on YouTube, on my YouTube channel for my podcast, I only have like 23 subscribers right now. So, like I said, I have almost 500 subscribers on my page. On my podcast is called The C Note.
Okay.
The C Note.
Okay.
And on the Facebook page, it's like almost 500 people or whatever. I need those people to go over to YouTube and subscribe, because the more people I have on YouTube, the better, and I can really do something with it on YouTube once I get more subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to go and subscribe, and you guys going to subscribe over on his YouTube page as well. And again, thank you for coming on. I want to actually I'm gonna look at my schedule, because we got a new year coming in. I really would like to sit with you in person and just talk one-on-one, because you hit a lot of things that I would love to just sit down and have a conversation with you about. Because I think that Black men need to hear other Black men talk. Yes. And so I definitely will be calling you to set that up with you. But thank you so much for coming on.
I want to also give my sister Tamika Addison, who has been my partner in my theater company, my Black theater company, this past several years. She's been a soldier the whole time with me on this, and I really appreciate Tamika Addison. And Christian Harris, who's playing Aretha Franklin, as well as Terrence Marcus, who's a good friend of mine, who's also an artist. He's going to be playing Sam Cooke in this play. And you don't want to miss it, because on Sunday, you're going to get to see a duet between Otis Redding and Sam Cooke on A Change Is Going to Come.
Wow.
Because Otis Redding was a big fan of Sam Cooke, as well as a lot of other people, and they were friends. And he actually covered or redid a lot of Sam Cooke songs, including A Change Is Going to Come. So in this play, there's going to be a duet between Otis Redding and Sam Cooke.
Wow.
On A Change Is Going to Come.
That's going to be nice. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be nice. That's going to be my gift to myself. So,
thank you. And please encourage other people to come, whoever you talk to, because we need support.
You guys definitely come out, and it's only $25. That's not a lot,
Yeah.
That's not a lot. So you guys definitely come out and support him. Carltaise, thank you so much.
And I'll leave the link. I'll leave the link to my YouTube for my podcast on your page too.
Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. And I'll put it up. I'll post it up.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You
and you have a good evening.
And thank you. I was excited when you hit me up this morning and you said, could I do your podcast today? And I was like, okay, sure. Right. So,
yeah, absolutely. Like, I love your work, and I just love who you are and what you're doing. And I really want to just give you a shout out and say thank you for being that outspoken, and saying what you want to say and how you want to say it.
Thank you so much. I have to. I'm doing what God and the ancestors has put in me to do, what they've assigned me to do. And again, I want everybody to please also, in addition to supporting the play this weekend, please go to Stream DMV. Again, that's also a Black-owned streaming service. It was started by Awesome Amin, who plays my character's best friend in the film The Eternal Extra. He and his wife, his beautiful Black queen, they started Stream DMV along with some other Black folks. So please go and support Stream DMV and support my film. When you support my film, it helps me too. So,
and do me a favor and give them my information, because I would like to interview them as well. I've been telling people about Stream DMV because a lot of people didn't know about it, but definitely give them my information, because I would love to interview them.
Okay, I will.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Carltaise, and you take care of yourself.
You too. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Sunday.
Absolutely. I'll be there. All right, everybody. My name is DrLadyJ. Have a great night, and I will talk to you soon.
Just wanted to let you know that the host of this show appreciates the time that you've spent with them. Now, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel so you can keep up with everything that we're doing. And most of all, thank you for tuning in to What Up Baltimore online radio, where the people have the power.